Hello students. So we are acquainted with this diagram now. This is LS of typical flower. ये डायग्राम हमने कल भी देखा था. यहाँ पे lengthwise section. Now this lengthwise section I want to relate with the diagram you have studied in morphology of plants. Morphology of plants में आपने यही flower का transverse section निकाला था. So let us check how much you can recollect. Can you draw or can you just mark three important points of LS of Papilionaceous family's flower? I repeat the question. Try to draw LS of flower of family Papilionaceae, which is showing three distinct characteristic features. राइट पेपिलिनेसी फैमिली के फ्लावर का मुझे ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन आपसे देखना है जिसमें 3 पॉइंट्स आप हाईलाइट करेंगे. प्लीज ड्रॉ. आपको एलएस ऑफ द फ्लावर एंड टीएस ऑफ द फ्लावर में अंतर करना है. यू आर डिफरेंशिएटिंग टीएस ऑफ द फ्लावर एंड एलएस ऑफ द फ्लावर. पी फ्लावर. दिस इज फैमिली पेपिलिनेसी फैबेसी. कहाँ पे सीखा है हमने? मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ फ्लावरिंग प्लांट सी. दिस इज अ लेग्यूम. सो लेग्यूमिनेसी, लेग्यूम टाइप ऑफ फ्रूट. लेग्यूम से रिलेटेड है रूट नोड्यूल्स, राइजोबिया. राइट. तो सब लेग्यूम के पास रूट नोड्यूल राइजोबिया रहेंगे. लेग्यूम का काका फ्रूट रहेगा. ये इसका कंपाउंड लीफ है और ये फ्लावर है विच इज शोइंग पेपिलिनियस करोला. राइट. सो ये है कैलिक्स. ये ब्लू कलर का करोला. करोला हैज 5 पेटल्स. Right, and 9+1 arrangement diadelphous stamen, monocarpellary superior ovary and marginal placentation are the peculiarities of this flower. चलो अब इसका हम फ्लावर का टोटल फ्लोरल डायग्राम देखते हैं. अभी जो मैंने आपको फ्लावर बताया था that is LS of the flower, lengthwise section. अब ये है ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन. ठीक है. चलो पूरा फैमिली है यहाँ पे. ये अभी जो हमने फ्लावर देखा था, ओके, पूरा प्लांट देखा था, ये इसका टोटल फ्लावर है. राइट. फ्लावर के ये पेटल्स है 5. ओके. इट इज स्टैंडर्ड, इट इज वैक्सिलम, इट इज विंग एले एंड इट इज स्किल करीना. याद है? राइट. सो दीज आर 5 पेटल्स एंड दिस इज diadelphous condition, 9+1 वाला stamen, and this is monocarpellary superior ovary. All these floral parts are arranged in this fashion. ये है mother axis. What is mother axis? Look at this. ये flower is attached to the stamen. Sorry, flower is attached to the stem. So this standard is facing towards the mother axis. So this is mother axis. राइट. मदर एक्सिस की तरफ ये सबसे पहले कैलिक्स का अरेंजमेंट, देन ये मेन पेटल स्टैंडर्ड. राइट. ये 2 अंदर के और ये सबसे अंदर के 2 बोट शेप्ड किल करीना. दीज आर 9 स्टेमन्स +1, 9+1 डायडेल्फस कंडीशन एंड दिस इज मार्जिनल प्लासेंटेशन. याद रखो ये फ्लोरल डायग्राम ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन है फ्लावर का. और अभी जो मैंने आपको इसके पहले फ्लावर बताया था that is the LS फ्लोरल डायग्राम. ओके. अगर आप देख के इसका एक्टिवेशन समझ पाओ तो बेहतरीन बात है. सो ग्रीन कलर का कैलिक्स देख लो, उसके अंदर के पेटल्स देख लो और सिर्फ एक्टिवेशन पहचानना. ओके. सो दिस इज TS of the flower. We have studied 3 different families. तो वो ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन फ्लावर के हमको ध्यान में रखने हैं. प्लीज गो थ्रू देम. तो फ्लावर इज द रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर फाउंड इन प्लांट्स. तो कौन सा भी ऑर्गेनिज्म रहे, इट मे बी एनिमल, इट मे बी लोअर प्लांट, हायर प्लांट, द सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्टिव साइकिल विल शो ऑल दीज फेजेस. द फर्स्ट फेज इज जुवेनाइल फेज वेयर द प्लांट इज ऑर्गेनिज्म इज वेरी यंग. न्यूबॉर्न बेबी टिल मैच्योरिटी, प्यूबर्टी, जो टोटल फेज है उसको बोलेंगे जुवेनाइल फेज. राइट. जुवेनाइल फेज इज फॉलोड बाय puberty, and then the process of reproduction, gamete formation will be initiated. That will happen up to particular age, and then there will be senescence, aging, right? So as we say in animal reproduction, human being, you use the word menopause, and there will be ability of reproduction would have been stopped. But remember, there are seasonal breeders, like mango plant. It will mature, flower in January, February, March, April, flowering season, then fruit formation is done, and again entire year flower is not produced by the plant, so that can be considered as a juvenile phase, but the plant is mature. So very young, juvenile phase, then maturity, then gamete formation. Again, once seasonal breeder is there, it will stop. So again juvenile phase, and again the cycle will continue if the plant is perennial. But you know one more thing, that some plants are flower only once in the year. So all that depends on how frequently it goes for formation of flower during its total lifespan. So very early stage, juvenile phase, when the organism is unable to reproduce. Second, reproductive phase. Reproductive phase is the one in which the organism gains the ability for reproduction, sexual reproduction. Then breeding season. As I said, some are seasonal breeders, some are continuous breeders. Right? Like Homo sapiens are continuous breeders. In particular age, we have ability to reproduce. Some plants are seasonal. Seasonal breeder plant के लिए यहाँ पे हम दो शब्द use करेंगे. One is vernalization stimulus is required, and other is photoperiodism. Right? Then next, after reproductive age, what is reproductive age? The organism has ability to produce gametes. There will be process of fertilization. After fertilization, zygote develop into embryo. Right? So this phase may be frequently happening, and after that the organism go for senescence, that is aging. Next is event in sexual reproduction. मतलब ये process हो गया, breeding season शुरू हो गया, gamete बन गए, right? अब fertilization का process हो रहा है. So event in sexual reproduction, first is pre-fertilization event, that is development of sex organ. Pre-fertilization event में क्या क्या आएगा? Development of sex organ. Then by the process of meiosis, gametes or spores will be formed. Then if it is plant, there will be gamete will be developed in the gametophyte. So meiosis से spore बनेगा, spore से gametophyte बनेगा, gametophyte gamete बनाएगा. And then the gamete will go for the process of fertilization. On the basis of morphology of gametes, right? ये pre-fertilization events हो गए, sex organ बन गया, meiosis हो गया, spore बना, gametes बने. Right? Then there will be gametogenesis, that is the process of formation of gamete. So in plant, sporogenesis occur for meiosis. Right? By meiosis, sporogenesis occur, and gametogenesis is by the process of mitosis. But in animal, meiosis occur directly for gametogenesis. Right? So pre-fertilization events हो गए, gametogenesis हो गया, then there will be homogametes or isogametes. Okay, अब देखो. Gametes बन गए तो obviously they will try to meet. The process of fertilization, syngamy. If the gametes are of same type, we call it as isogamy or homogametes. If they are of different, then it is anisogamous, oogamous, it may be heterogametes. Right? So this is how the gametes of different morphology, similar morphology will try to meet, and the process is called fertilization. So for that, gamete has to be transferred. So in this lesson, reproduction in plant, here we discuss transfer of gamete, that is the process of pollination. But if we consider aquatic plant, then amphibians and the truly terrestrial. In aquatic plant, even in amphibian plants, the gamete transfer is via water, and in the water, when the system is using water as a gamete transferring media, there may be isogamy, anisogamy, or even oogamy. Oogamy is the best one. So bryophytes onward or higher alga onwards, we get oogamy. Okay, ये पूरा process हमने kingdom Plantae में सीखा है. Then there are two events. internal fertilization and external fertilization, right? So fertilization is the process in which male gamete, female gamete, or morphologically alike but chemically different gametes will undergo the process of fertilization, and we get next generation cell, that is zygote. Right? Now, external fertilization is a primitive process which is found in all aquatic plants. Even till amphibian we get external fertilization. But in external fertilization, what is the problem? The next generation get limited parental care. So parental care is available. Again, for parent it is difficult to take care of their young ones. So this strategy we have discussed in kingdom planting. So what is the next step taken, considered by plant? Fertilization will be internal, and mama plant will take care of the baby plant till it go for dormancy. Okay, so seed जब तक dormant न हो जाए तो mama plant उसकी care लेगा. Animals में हमने क्या देखा है? Oviparous and viviparous. Right, so animals में fertilization internal हो गया. Zygote develop to young one. Development of the young one occurs inside the body of the mama plant, and once the baby is given out, mammary glands are there for developing food. So zygote से embryo बनना is post-fertilization events and embryogenesis. So zygote will redivide by mitosis to form embryo. So this is the next generation. Embryogenesis will be found only in multicellular organism, not in unicellular. Okay, so these are major events of sexually reproducing organism. Now, flower का structure देख लिया, male reproductive vrana. Actual sexual reproduction starts from this part. Right, male reproductive vrana is made up of stamens. Now, this is a typical angiospermic stamen, having three distinct parts. It is fertile part, that is anther. Then these are the two anther lobes connected to each other by a sterile strip. It's called connective. Two anther lobes are connected to each other by a sterile strip of tissue, that is connective, and this total elongated structure is filament. This total elongated structure is filament, right? So anther, connective and filament. Anther is a modified fertile part of microsporophyll, right? अब ये anther का अगर हम transverse section लेते हैं तो हमको इस तरह का दिखेगा. देखो, ये टोटल एक लोब, ये दूसरा लोब, ये बीच में का है connective tissue. Connective tissue consists of transportation tissue. Connective tissue consists of transportation tissue. इसमें xylem phloem रहेगा, right? Okay. तो ये है एक एंथर लोब, ये है दूसरा एंथर लोब. इसके अंदर ये जो एक राउंड है, it is one pollen sac, microsporangia. This is other pollen sac. So these are having two pollen sacs, two microsporangia. So each lobe is bisporangiate. Each lobe is bisporangiate. Two lobes are tetrasporangiate. Typical anther is bilobed. Each lobe has two sporangia. So the stamen with bilobed anther is a tetrasporangiate. Right? Now, सब लोग एक confusion वाली line पढ़ेंगे. Come to page number NCERT 21. I am reading second paragraph. ये line आपको हमेशा दिक्कत देगी. मैंने जिस तरह से आपको लिख के दिया है वही हम follow करेंगे. See, a typical angiospermic anther is bilobed. Right? फिर हमको यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट देना है with each lobe having two theca. Each lobe having two theca. Right? Okay. Bracket close. That is, they are diathecous. Okay, so please ये बात समझो. A typical angiospermic anther is bilobed. That is, they are diathecous. ऐसा हमने पढ़ना है. Bilobed means diathecous. Bilobed means diathecous. Each lobe having two sporangia, two theca doesn't mean diathecous. Okay, so I repeat, हम ऐसा पढ़ेंगे. A typical angiospermic anther is bilobed in the bracket with each lobe having two theca, bracket close. That is, they are diathecous. समझ रहे हो? Right? So ये है 1 2 3 4 माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया. माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया डेवलप फ्रॉम माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल. ठीक, चलो आगे का देख रहे हैं. राइट, सी यहाँ पे हमने अटैचमेंट सीखनी है. यहाँ पे हमने अटैचमेंट सीखनी है. अटैचमेंट के पहले जो डायग्राम दिखा वो आगे वाले डायग्राम में थोड़ा सा याद रखना. ओके, सी these are the different types of attachments which are seen in एंड्रोशियम. देखो, एडल्फी शब्द याद है, राइट, और एक शब्द याद है आपको एडहेजन कोहेजन. कहाँ पे सीखे थे? मॉर्फोलॉजी में. राइट, तो स्टेमन इज अटैच्ड टू स्टेमन, कोहेजन. स्टेमन is attached to some other floral part is adhesion. So these are the types of stamen showing different types of cohesion, how different stamens are attached to each other. Look at this. Here filaments are united, anthers are free. Okay, तो ये 1 2 और 3 filaments are united, anthers are free. ये तीनों को हमने शब्द यूज किया था एडल्फी. एडल्फी के 3 प्रकार: मोनोएडल्फस, filaments are united, anthers are free. So filaments are united in one bundle. Here filaments are united in 2 bundles. Here filaments are united in many bundles. So these 3 are the examples of adelphi. These are the examples of adelphi: monoadelphous, diadelphous, polyadelphous. Now here anthers are united and filaments are free. उल्टा हो गया. Anthers are united, filaments are free. See this one, और यहाँ पे free filaments है. So this is other type of cohesion found in stamen, and this is synandrous, wherein entire structure, that is anther as well as filaments, both are united. Anther as well as filament both are united. Okay, see now, these are the types of attachment of filaments with the anther. यहाँ पे हमको एंथर के साथ फिलामेंट की अटैचमेंट कैसी है ये देखनी है. देखो, ये है एंथर, ये है फिलामेंट. देखो सबको अच्छे से देखो, ये आपके सिलेबस में है. राइट, दिस वन इज इन योर सिलेबस, लेकिन बाकी का भी देख लेते हैं. सी नाउ, दिस इज एंथर with this attachment. Okay, at the dorsal side it is called dorsifixed. It is called dorsifixed. Then it is compactly arranged. Okay, anther filament को पूरा चारों तरफ से घेर लेते हैं. It's adnate, right? Filament are attached to the anther at one point, is versatile, and they are protruding out. They are exposed. Flower में से versatile anther बाहर आएंगे. Expose है, protruding है, right? So they are giving out pollen. So this is the adaptation for wind pollination. ये हमने maize flower में देखा है. This is in your syllabus, as I said. This is adaptation for anemophily, right? Then this is divergent. Okay, this is opposite of divaricate. Okay, it is distractile और divaricate ये शब्द भी है. This we have studied in salvia. ये पूरा आपके syllabus में है. See now, this is one anther lobe, this is other anther lobe, and here the connective is separated. Okay, so because of this, the two anther lobes are appearing as if they are two anthers, but it is not so. They are not two stamen. It is just one stamen with two anthers, wherein connective is divaricate, and this is a filament. Okay, so these are the different types. चाहिए तो इसका स्क्रीनशॉट उतार के लो. इसमें से सिर्फ 2 ही शब्द आपके सिलेबस में है, बाकी आपको ऑप्शन में मिल सकते हैं. See, this is the diagram with so many labels. Okay, chill beta, don't get tension. It is already there in your classwork. ये पूरा development of anther, development of microspore and development of male gametophyte. So ये पूरा डायग्राम है जो फ्लावर में एंथर के डेवलपमेंट से शुरू होगा, फिर मैच्योरेशन ऑफ द एंथर, इन मैच्योर एंथर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ माइक्रोस्पोर, देन माइक्रोस्पोर विल गो फॉर पॉलिनेशन एंड पोलन विल जर्मिनेट. ये पूरी प्रोसेस है डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मेल सेक्स ऑर्गन, development of male spore, microspore, and development of male gametophyte. राइट? तो ये पूरे डायग्राम हम 1 by 1 देखते हैं. ये डायग्राम पे कम से कम 50 क्वेश्चन आराम से फ्रेम होंगे जो मोर देन 20 टाइप्स के होंगे. सो एज यू नो, सॉल्विंग variety of types of MCQs is very essential. So इस पे अलग अलग रट्टा प्रॉब्लम भी आएंगे और कॉन्सेप्चुअल भी आएंगे. तो ये डायग्राम बहुत जरूरी है. जिनके पास नहीं है वो इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले ले. राइट? अगर नहीं है तो प्लीज कॉल मी, आई विल गिव यू इट्स टोटल राइट डायग्राम. ओके, वो आपको फॉलो करनी है MCQ के लिए. ओके, चलो 1 by 1 we are focusing on the topmost diagram. Here is development of stamen. See, this is very young anther जो फ्लावर में आपको इस प्रकार से दिखेगा. राइट? दिस इज फ्लोरल बड. फ्लावर बड के अंदर दिस इज यंग फ्लावर बड. दिस इज यंग फ्लावर बड. दिस इज कैलिक्स, करोला, एंड दिस spotted is the anther और डेवलपिंग स्टेमन. डेवलपिंग के स्टेमन का अगर हम ट्रांसफर सेक्शन लिखते हैं तो इट विल अपीयर ग्लोबुलर. नाउ इट विल ग्रो एंड यू हैव एंथर एंड दिस फिलामेंट. तो ये जो एंथर है इसमें अभी 2 लोब डेवलप नहीं हुए हैं. तो नाउ इट स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग 2 लोब. तो ट्रांसफर सेक्शन में हमको ये 2 लोब नजर आएंगे. ओके, सो इट इज डेवलपिंग नाउ बायलोब डायथेकस स्ट्रक्चर. इसके अंदर 4 सेल डिफरेंशिएट होंगे. Each lobe 2 cells will differentiate. The differentiated cell is called archesporium. The differentiated cell is called archesporium. This is an additional word, but you know we have discussed. This is one archesporium. ये जो मैंने यहाँ पे ड्रॉ किया है. This is one archesporium, and this archesporium is dividing periclinally and anticlinally. What is periclinal division? Take out your class work. Parallel to the wall. राइट? तो सेल पैरेलल टू वॉल डिवाइड करेगा, आउटर वॉल लेयर्स बनेंगे और सबसे अंदर के सेल बनेंगे स्पोरोजिनस सेल. ओके, तो ये है आर्चेस्पोरियम. आर्चेस्पोरियम बाहर डिवाइड होगा तो आउटर वॉल लेयर बनेंगे और सबसे अंदर के जो सेल है, राइट, ये अंदर के सेल ये क्या बनेंगे? दीज आर द इनर स्पोरोजिनस सेल. आपके क्लास वर्क में हमने लिखा है. आउटर वॉल लेयर्स विल गिव यू endothecium, middle layer and tapetum. Epidermis is already existing. ये जो डार्क लाइन है ना, ये ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग एपिडर्मिस है. राइट? ओके, ये आर्चेस्पोरियम के आउटर लेयर से एंडोथीशियम, मिडल लेयर और टैपेटम डेवलप होगा और सबसे अंदर स्पोरोजिनस सेल. So epidermis is already present. From the archesporium, endothecium, middle layer, tapetum develop. So total it has 4 layers when the anther is developing. This is now growing anther. Okay, ये anther grow हो रहा है. तो ये outermost layer जो है ये epidermis. Right? इसके अंदर जो है, okay, यहाँ पे देखो epidermis. It is outermost layer of the anther which is single layer made up of single cell mainly for protection. Then it is endothecium which is 2 through 3 layered, right? And this endothecium is the second layer, and see here it is written callose. It has callose walls. Callose is name of the chemical. Okay, और ये सेल है. सेल के चारों साइड से कवरिंग है लेकिन 3 साइड से थिक वॉल है और ऊपर के साइड से, okay, ये 1 2 3 अंदर के साइड से थिक वॉल है, बाहर के साइड से थिन वॉल है. Why this is? Because it is hygroscopic in nature. What is hygroscopic? It has attraction for the water. Okay. So when this endothecium is exposed to dry weather, then it loses water. अब water lose क्यों करेगा? क्योंकि अंदर के 3 वॉल थिक है और बाहर से थिन है, तो obviously water will be evaporated easily. और अंदर से पानी का सप्लाई भी उसको कम रहेगा. So this endothecium will shrink. Because of this peculiarity, this endothecium help in dehiscence of the anther, and anther will dehisce at this part is called line of dehiscence, which is called stomium. So outermost epidermis, then endothecium. Endothecium help in dehiscence because it is having callose, which is a hygroscopic chemical, and its covering is from inner sides, not from the outer side. Right. So epidermis, endothecium, then middle layer, and innermost is this one, tapetum. Okay. So ये जो sporangia है, इसके अंदर ये जो rounded, prominently visible cells है, they are tapetum. Tapetum or polyploid. Tapetum are multinucleate. They may be produced by endomitosis, or they may be developed by free nuclear division, multinucleate structure. So tapetum is always polyploid. Nutritive tissues are polyploid for better nourishment. Okay. So ये है उसके बाद का मिडल लेयर. ओके. अब देखो, ये पहले यहाँ पे आर्चेस्पोरियम था. आर्चेस्पोरियम ने ये वॉल लेयर दे दिए. इपिडर्मिस पहले से था. आर्चेस्पोरियम से एंडोथेशियम मिडल लेयर बना, टैपेटम बना, और अंदर यहाँ पे स्पोरोजिनस सेल्स थे. दो स्पोरोजिनस सेल डिवाइड, रिडिवाइड, इंक्रीज इन नंबर and become microspore mother cell. These microspore mother cell undergo meiosis to form pollen tetrad. What is tetrad? Group of 4 pollen arranged tetrahedrally. Again, there are different types of pollen tetrad, but tetrahedral is most common. According to your syllabus, it is tetrahedral tetrad which is most common. Right? So, ये tetrahedral tetrad यहाँ पे बनेगा. Now, 4 pollen which are compactly arranged, having common wall. देखो आपका क्लास पर चेक करो. We have drawn first group of pollen tetrad. Then इसका outer wall निकल गया. 4 microspores will be separated. Right? Each microspore is unicellular, uninucleate, haploid with 2 layers. Outer one exine, inner one is entine. Outer one is exine and inner one is entine. So अब देखते हैं. This is one pollen. देखिए आपके क्लास वर्क में हमने 3 शब्द लिखे हैं. 1-celled microspore, 2-celled pollen, and 3-celled pollen, which is also called mature male gametophyte. So देखो यहाँ पे डिटेल डायग्राम है. This is 2-celled pollen. देखिए सेम डायग्राम मैंने ड्रॉ की 1 न्यूक्लियस के साथ. So it is 1-celled pollen which is microspore. It has outermost exine and inner entine, then cytoplasm. This larger cell is vegetative cell in which lens shaped is generative cell. Right? So larger cell, vegetative cell, lens shaped generative cell, which was initially attached to the wall. Later on, ये जो wall को attached generative cell है, it will be free floating in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. Okay, यहाँ पे endosporic development ये शब्द आएगा. See, this is microspore. Microspore was initially 1-celled, having outermost exine and inner entine. यही exine के अंदर एक सेल के 2 सेल हुए, 2 सेल के 3 सेल हुए. यही exine और entine, राइट? ये entine के अंदर एक सेल के 2 सेल, 2 सेल के 3 सेल हुए माइटोसिस से. So total development of the microspore, 2 male gametophyte occur within the wall, within the spore. So it is called endosporic development. Right? Chal. This outer wall exine is thick, resistant because it is made up of sporopollenin and it is having pores. The pore is called microspore का pore is called germ pore. Germ pore के द्वारा यहाँ से germination होगा और pollen tube ये stigma में जाएगी. So exine has a pore called germ pore. This is the entine. Right? Entine is having here. Entine is present when the germ pore is present. So हमने कैसे बोला था? Germ pore is the area where exine is absent and germ pore is the area where entine is present. Right? So exine, outer, thick. It is made up of sporopollenin. Entine is continuous. It is made up of pectocellulosic, pectin and cellulose. Then cytoplasm. It is 2-cell structure. Generally in angiosperm, this 2-celled pollen go for pollination. It may be wind pollination, water pollination or some pollinating agency living. So at 2-cell stage it will go for pollination and get deposited on the stigma. Right? Here is pollen pistil interaction. This pistil will recognize that this is my pollen or this is right pollen. Not only my pollen. मतलब mango का pollen mango के plant पे ही जाता है. Yes, it is my pollen. But if plant is designed for autogamy, तो वो खुद के पॉलन को राइट बोलेगा और पॉलिनेशन अलाउ करेगा। इफ प्लांट इज डिजाइंड फॉर क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन, तो वो खुद के पोलन को रॉन्ग करेगा, फॉरेनर पोलन को राइट करेगा और जर्मिनेशन अलाउ करेगा। सो व्हाट आई सेड, plant will recognize the right pollen and germination of right pollen is only allowed. Germination of right pollen is only allowed. So pollen will get deposited over here. There will be pollen pistil interaction. Right pollen will be recognized by the plant and allowed to germinate. चलो थोड़ा आगे का दूसरे चैप्टर के बारे में सोचेंगे। Pollen pistil interaction is very much essential for a plant breeder to study. Plant breeding, plant hybridization, crossing desired two varieties. Okay, so if you are a plant breeder, you selected parent A, parent B, right? So parent A, which is considered as female plant, parent B may be considered as male plant. तो फीमेल प्लांट के पिस्टिल ने वो बी प्लांट के पोलन को राइट पोलन चूज करना है। इफ द फीमेल इज नॉट अलाउिंग द पोलन टू जर्मिनेट, योर हाइब्रिडाइजेशन प्रोग्राम टोटल कोलैप्स। अगर वैसा हो रहा है तो आपको यहाँ पे वो केमिस्ट्री मैच करनी पड़ेगी जिसकी वजह से ये पोलन यहाँ पे फर्टिलाइज होता है, सॉरी जर्मिनेट होता है। अगर वो केमिकल आप आर्टिफिशियली भी प्रोवाइड करते हो, जस्ट इमेजिन ये पोलन राइट पोलन नहीं है, अगर ये फीमेल इसको रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं कर रही है, सो देयर मस्ट बी सम केमिकल बिकॉज ऑफ विच दिस रिकॉग्निशन इज देयर, सो यू आर सपोज्ड टू प्रोवाइड इट। Okay, so I'm just talking, giving you example like that, but pollen pistil interaction is one of the important factor to determine which type of plants can go for crossing and which cannot go for crossing. Because first step of plant hybridization is selection of the desired parent and crossing the desired parent. So here we discuss about pollen pistil interaction, right? So this female will recognize the pollen, pollen will germinate. Entine is protruding out from the germ pore. Okay, pollen germinate through germ pore, entine is protruding out, and now what happened? Total cell cytoplasm of the germ of the vegetative cell is poured. Okay, so देखो ये cytoplasm पूरा नीचे जा रहा है। Okay, बड़ा सेल वेजिटेटिव सेल का न्यूक्लियस पहले आगे जाएगा। न्यूक्लियस ऑफ वेजिटेटिव सेल विच इज गोइंग in the pollen tube is now called tube nucleus, which is obviously haploid because it is developed from mitosis by microspore. So all those structures are haploid because microspore is undergoing the process of mitosis. So पहला कौन गया? pollen tube में साइटोप्लाज्म गया किसका? वेजिटेटिव सेल का। बाद में कौन गया? वेजिटेटिव सेल का न्यूक्लियस, इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? ट्यूब न्यूक्लियस, right? It will be followed by smaller generative cell. And here in the pollen tube, generative cell will divide to produce two male gametes again by mitosis. So now this is a mature male gametophyte with three cells. Which are they? This larger one is vegetative cell and these two male gametes. So three-celled pollen is a mature male gametophyte. यहाँ पे मैंने आपको तीन शब्द सिखाए थे। Very young microspore. Right? One-celled pollen is microspore. Two-celled pollen is partially developed. Okay, two-celled pollen is partially developed male gametophyte, but two-celled pollen is mature pollen because it is ready for the process of pollination. Three-celled pollen is mature male gametophyte which is having two male gametes, so ready for the process of fertilization. Right? Okay, so these are the different stages. ये टोटल डायग्राम जो मैंने अभी बोली ये बोर्ड्स के लिए भी बहुत जरूरी है। दे कैन आस्क यू ड्रॉ द टीएस ऑफ द आंसर, दे कैन आस्क यू एक्सप्लेन द प्रोसेस ऑफ आंसर डेवलपमेंट, दे कैन आस्क यू राइट डाउन द प्रोसेस ऑफ माइक्रोस्पोरोजेनेसिस एंड मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस, एक्सप्लेन द प्रोसेस ऑफ मेल गैमेटोफाइट डेवलपमेंट इन एंजियोस्पर्म्स। देयर यू आर सपोज्ड टू ड्रॉ दिस डायग्राम, दे आर देयर इन योर क्लास वर्क। चलो अब आपने ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट डायग्राम देख लिए, अच्छे से समझ लिए। सेम डायग्राम एनसीईआरटी में है। वी आर सपोज टू आंसर द क्वेश्चंस, राइट? So keep the diagram in front of your eyes and answer the question. Right. See now, is it visible clearly? The outermost layer of anther is, yes, epidermis. The outermost layer of anther is epidermis. From which type of cells is it developed? From which type of cells is it developed? Yes, parenchyma. Two anther lobes are connected to each other by. Two anther lobes are connected to each other by connective. The vascular tissue, xylem phloem, is providing nutrition. It's providing nutrition with the help of vascular strand passing through connective, which is the third inner layer. Right hand का upper का diagram देख लो, which is the third inner layer found in TS of anther. Anther के TS में third layer from outside is. Third layer from outside is. Okay, देखो यहाँ पे third layer from outside. This is outermost. Okay, then comes inner middle layer and then becomes ये orange color का endothecium. Right, सबसे अंदर का येलो कलर का टैपेटम और ये अंदर जो है पूरे पोरोजिनस सेल which will redivide to produce microspore mother cell, pollen mother cell. Right. So third from outside is endothecium middle layer, epidermis, endothecium middle layer. Third from outside. Right. Third from inside, tapetum, then middle layer, then endothecium. Okay, so from inside, from outside, ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे. How many layers are present in a growing anther? 4. Epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, tapetum. Right? Okay, अब देखो ये जैसे माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया ग्रो होता जाएगा, ये देखो यहाँ पे ये दो डायग्राम को कंपेयर. यहाँ पे आपको आउटरमोस्ट एपिडर्मिस नजर आ रहा है, डार्क ग्रीन कलर का एंडोथेशियम, ऑरेंज कलर का मिडल लेयर. यहाँ पे ऑरेंज कलर का मिडल लेयर ऑलरेडी क्रश हो चुका है. ऑरेंज कलर का मिडल लेयर क्रश हो चुका है. क्यों? ये अंदर का जो येलो लेयर है, अंदर का स्पोरोजिनस टिश्यू, इट ग्रोज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग एंड द आउटर मार्जिन इज फिक्स्ड. आउटर लेयर फिक्स है, अंदर का स्पोरोजिनस सेल डिवाइड होके ग्रो हो रहा है. सो एज द माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया गोज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग, the outer layer epidermis endothecium persists, but because of growth of the inner microsporangia, the middle layer is crushed. So growing anther has 4 layers: epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, tapetum. After maturity, middle layer is crushed. So how many layers are there? Epidermis, endothecium, middle layer is crushed, so doesn't exist. Directly tapetum. So mature anther has 3 layers. Which layer is short-lived? Middle layer. Short-lived को, right? Short-lived को कौन सा शब्द है दूसरा? Short-lived के लिए और एक शब्द है ephemeral. Which layer is ephemeral? Ephemeral शब्द आपने morphology में सीखा है. See, once the plant is growing, then the aged leaves shed off. Right. Then if you talk about flower, after pollination, fertilization, calyx, corolla, androecium weather off. Right. And even stigma style weather off, only ovary is persistent. Okay. So short-lived, ephemeral, persistent structure. Okay. And there are some like deciduous leaves जैसे which are shed off after completion of their function. Okay. So short-lived is ephemeral. So middle layer is ephemeral, it will be getting crushed. And here at the line of dehiscence, because of shrinkage of endothecium, okay, endothecium जो epidermis के अंदर है, वो dry weather में shrink होगा. Okay, it is having radial walls made up of callus, right? So because of which it gets dehydrated, it is shrunk. Okay, और shrink होने के बाद जो प्रेशर डेवलप होगा उसकी वजह से ये नीचे खींचा जाएगा, ये ऊपर खींचा जाएगा और यहाँ पे स्लिट डेवलप होगी. दैट इज लाइन ऑफ डेहिसेंस. सम अदर वर्ड इज देयर, दैट इज स्टोमियम. right? Okay, then which layer is nutritive? Tapetum.
Which layer is polyploid? Then it is tapetum. Which layers develop from archesporium? एपिडर्मिस पहले से था, ये अंदर के लेयर आर्चेस्पोरियम से डेवलप हुए.
So endothecium, middle layer, tapetum developed
from archesporium. Which layer is not developed from archesporium? Epidermis. Right?
So यहाँ पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना है. Growing anther 3 layer. Sorry, growing anther 4 layer. Mature anther 3 layer. I'll repeat. Growing anther 4 layer. Mature anther 3 layer. Very young anther, इसके भी पहला जो मैंने आपको सिखाया था, it has only outermost epidermis and inner cells are homogeneous. Okay, बाकी के सेल अंदर के homogeneous है. Okay, so this is all about questions जो हमको MCQ में अलग अलग फॉर्म में पूछे जाएंगे. So go through this diagram in detail. Now this is development of microspore, single-celled pollen to mature male gametophyte in monocot. What I said, in monocot. अब डिफरेंस क्या है? देखो डायग्राम को अच्छे से, आप ही बोलेंगे मुझे डिफरेंस. समझ पा रहे हो क्या? What I am trying to explain you? चलो, let us see. This is a single-celled microspore. Exine, entine, large cell, single cell microspore is called pollen. Single cell microspore is called pollen. Right? Now, this cell divides by mitosis to form two cell structure. This is a smaller generative cell and the larger one is tube cell. Sorry, larger one is tube cell, also called vegetative cell, which won't participate in sexual reproduction. Right? So, this is one-celled microspore. Microspore is always one-celled. Two-celled is pollen. Two-celled pollen को हम microspore नहीं बोलते, right? It is having exine as well as entine. इस पे germ pore नहीं बताया है, या फिर आगे जाके ये सिर्फ एक germ pore बताया है यहाँ पे. Okay, अब देखो monocot मैंने क्यों बोला? Because dicot pollen has generally 3 germ pores and monocot pollen has only 1 germ pore. So proof number 1, ये monocot microspore male gametophyte का development है because only 1 germ pore is shown. Okay, so see, this is two-celled pollen, smaller generative cell which is lens-shaped and larger tube cell vegetative cell. The generative cell is attached to the wall. It is lens-shaped. बराबर? Now it is separated. देखो ये separate हो गया. Now the generative cell is freely suspended and floating in cytoplasm of vegetative cell. C diagram. Right, now come to D. In D diagram, what is shown is that generative cell has already divided to produce 2 male gametes and this is a larger one which is vegetative cell. So vegetative cell के अंदर ये 2 generative cell है, तो ये 3-celled pollen है which is at the time of pollination. अगर ऐसा हमने बोला at the time of pollination, because in dicot यहाँ से पहले जनरेटिव सेल पोलन ट्यूब में जाएगा और मेल गैमेट का फॉर्मेशन जनरेटिव सेल का डिवीजन पोलन ट्यूब में होता है. यहाँ पे जनरेटिव सेल का डिवीजन ऑलरेडी सेल के अंदर, वेजिटेटिव सेल के अंदर हो रहा है. राइट? सो एट द टाइम ऑफ पॉलिनेशन इट इज 3 सेल, that is 2 male gamete and a vegetative cell. It will go for pollination. There it will germinate. Pollen tube grows through 1 germ pore. Entire cytoplasm is pored. The process is called siphonogamy. And already produced 2 male gametes are siphoned into the pollen tube. Pollen tube guide the non-motile male gametes. Angiosperm में male gamete non-motile है. Non-motile male gamete को guide करने के लिए, non-motile male gamete को guide करने के लिए pollen tube है. जहाँ पे pollen tube जाएगी वहाँ पे male gamete जाएंगे. That's simple. Right? So pollen tube is guiding the male gametes. Male gametes are traveling through the tunnel. Pollen tube is attracted towards the egg because of secretion of female gametophyte. So it is a chemotactic movement. One more thing, this germination, this growth of pollen tube is on the carpel. right, through the style. So for that the nutrition is provided by sugary secretion. Nutrition is provided by the sugary secretion, and this three-celled pollen is mature male gametophyte. So two peculiarities I said: in monocot, rather in few monocot, at the time of pollination, the pollen is three-celled, and the monocot pollen grain has one germ pore, it's a monopulpet. Dicot pollen has three germ pore, it's tripulpet. This is how total development of male reproductive structure is over. Now come to female reproductive. Vril gynoecium, its unit is carpel. See, this is what is one carpel. A typical carpel is shown in the diagram. Typical carpel is shown in the diagram. देख लो, क्वेश्चन के आंसर दे दो. देख रहे हो? राइट. हाँ, लेबल दिस swollen part, thalamus. Yeah, this part is node for sepal, that is calyx. Then node for petal, that is corolla. Sepal, petal, calyx corolla के बीच में का internode reduced. That's why I am showing this diagram. Okay, so यहाँ पे आपको 1, 2, 3 नोड दिखेंगे. चौथे नोड पे ये फीमेल कार्पेल पिस्टिल प्रेजेंट है. It is having upper tip, pollen, that is stigma. Function of stigma is to receive pollen at the time of pollination. Tubular structure style, which allows growth of pollen tube. Right? Then this swollen part is ovary. Inside the ovary, this is ovule. The point of attachment, ovule attached to ovary wall, it is placenta. It is placenta, fertile tissue. Right? Arrangement of placenta within the ovary decides placentation. This is the anatropous ovule. What type of ovule it is? Anatropous ovule. Right? So this is what is total monocarpellary structure. Single carpel यहाँ पे बताया है. NCERT में यहाँ पे हिबिस्कस का और एक पेंटाकार्पेलरी सिनकार्पस कार्पेल ड्रॉ किया है. पेंटाकार्पेलरी सिनकार्पस gynoecium of hibiscus. How many of you can draw this diagram? Please check. Pentacarpellary syncarpus carpel of hibiscus. Chalo, identify which one is pentacarpellary syncarpus. Which one is pentacarpellary syncarpus? Right? Chalo, bolo. This one A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are having 5 stigma and 1 style. 5 stigma and 1 style. So what is this? 5 stigma and 1 style. So it is a syncarpus condition, right? And it is having pentalocular ovary. So it is the gynoecium I was talking about. चलो इसको क्या बोलेंगे? This is stigma, right? And नीचे ovary है. And there are many carpels. So this is showing apocarpus condition. Identify the B. Okay, so diagram देख के, NCERT के diagram देख के हमको आंसर करते आना चाहिए. हमेशा ये डायग्राम भूलते हो. There are many carpels. You feel that they are fused. No, there are many carpels which are free. So apocarpus. अब देखो ये कार्पेल को समझ के कौन से कार्पेल के प्रकार से, कौन से ओवरी के प्रकार से कौन सा फ्रूट डेवलप होता है, ये रिलेशन अगर समझ में आया तो कंफ्यूजन कम होता है. राइट? चलो लेबल दिस, सी दिस लेबल. ये डायग्राम के पूरे लेबल देख लो. These are the types of carpels. See, this is what is term related to position of ovary, that is gynoecium, with respect to flower. Position of ovary with respect to flower. So हम जो शब्द यूज करते हैं, epigynous flower, hypogynous flower, it is referred to flower. Epi is above, gynous is gynoecium. Flower gynoecium के ऊपर है. So epigynous is the word for flower. अब flower ऊपर है तो obviously ovary नीचे है. Okay, so look at the diagram number 1. Hypogynous. Okay, gynoecium के नीचे flower. So ovary is superior. Epigynous flower. Flower is epi to gynoecium. Okay, so flower is above, ovary is inferior. Okay, perigynous, you cannot define. It's like thalamus का shape ऐसा है, saucer जैसा, so that ovary and other floral rolls are at same level. And look at the last diagram, which is very important. What is that? ये डायग्राम में हम क्या देखेंगे, पेक्युलरिटी हमको यहाँ पे क्या देखनी है, is that the thalamus is fused to ovary wall. Thalamus is fused to ovary wall, right? And that's why you are getting the DA diagram. यहाँ पे it is epigynous लिखा है. So thalamus is fused to ovary wall. Ovary is below and the flower is above. Okay, so यहाँ पे हम in general बोलते हैं कि the flower its type is dependent on shape of the thalamus. Yes, but along with that, which point we'll discuss? Whether the ovary wall is fused with the thalamus or not. Okay, so these are the terminology for the flower in reference to position of the female reproductive part, that is carpel. Yes, identify the diagram. It is lengthwise section of typical angiospermic ovule. In angiosperm, this type of ovule is very common, and this inverted ovule is called anatropous ovule. चलो लेबल करते हैं. हाँ, what is 1? Stalk of the ovule, funicle, funiculus. Right, chalo. What is the point? Okay, point of contact of body of the ovule to the funicle. It is hilum, right? लेकिन यहाँ पे ये पूरा यहाँ से यहाँ तक funicle है because ovule is inverted and this is the point. Right? Okay, and then this total attached part is raphe. Barabar? So stalk of the ovule, funicle, point of contact of funicle to the body of the ovule, hilum. This is extended part, raphe. Barabar? And this total part, body of the ovule. Two coverings of the body of the ovule are integument. Integument arises from the point is chaladha. Chaladha is the base, support, जहाँ पे ओव्यूल को पूरा सपोर्ट है. माइक्रोपाइल के अपोजिट हमेशा चालद्धा रहेगा. माइक्रोपाइल के अपोजिट हमेशा चालद्धा रहेगा. So number 12 is micropyle opening, right? Outer integument, inner integument. This total part is nucellus. 7 is nucellus, right? And then 9 is 7-celled 8-nucleated embryo sac. Okay, 10, 3 cells towards the micropyle, they are antipodals. 3 cells towards chaladha. Egg apparatus, middle one is egg, and the centrally located is secondary nucleus, definitive nucleus. यहाँ पे हमने secondary nucleus, definitive nucleus, unicellular diploid draw किया है. Prior to this, ये unicellular बनने से पहले, it was a binucleate structure which was called polar nuclei, right? So this is anatropous ovule. Other types of ovules are there. एक diagram देख लेते हैं. Okay, different types of ovules. Anatropous is most common in angiosperm. Orthotropous are common in gymnosperm. Right? Others are modification. लो check कर लो. आपको कितने लेबल बराबर आए थे? And here you are supposed to differentiate between hilum and raphe and chaladha. As I said, funicle attaches to body of the ovule is hilum, point of contact. right? It gets extended. वो black total structure is raphe. Raphe gets over. Raphe जहाँ पे end होता है, okay? वहाँ पे integument शुरू होंगे. So that point is Chaladha. In anatropous ovule, micropyle Chaladha are always opposite, and micropyle lies side by side to funiculus. Raphe is found only in anatropous ovule. See, these are the different types of the ovule. आपको पहले दो बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान में रखने हैं. A is orthotropous erect ovule. B is anatropous. Look at diagram number A, where micropyle, Chaladha and funicle lie in one straight line. It is explained by 180 degrees angle. What I said, micropyle, Chaladha, funicle, hilum lies in one straight line, 180 degrees. Right? Here in anatropous, micropyle and hilum funicle lies side by side. दोनों में micropyle and Chaladha are opposite. In both the diagram, micropyle and Chaladha are opposite to each other. Right? Then Campylotropous थोड़ा ध्यान में रखेंगे. टेढ़ा मेढ़ा शेप है, वैसा भी चलेगा, ध्यान में रखेंगे तो. ओके, अब एंगल की अगर बात करेंगे तो 180 डिग्रीज का है ऑर्थोट्रोपस, लेस देन 90 डिग्री का है एनाट्रोपस, और 90 डिग्री का है हेमी एनाट्रोपस. 90 डिग्रीज एंगल मतलब बॉडी ऑफ द ओव्यूल एंड फ्यूनिकल में 90 डिग्रीज का एंगल है हेमी एनाट्रोपस. हेमी एनाट्रोपस एंड कैम्फिलोट्रोपस आर अलाइक. ओनली थिंग इज दैट in Campylotropous the micropyle is turned or protruding towards the lower side. Okay, so 180 degrees orthotropous, less than 90 degree anatropous, 90 degree hemianatropous, okay, and 360 degrees cercinotropous. तो ये particularly चार ध्यान में रखने हैं: orthotropous, anatropous, hemianatropous and cercinotropous. ये चार थोड़ा ध्यान में रखो, अदरवाइज एक्चुअल आपके सिलेबस में दो ही है, ऑर्थोट्रोपस, एनाट्रोपस.